a.m. sharp. That's Mr. Mac. Bank cards welcome. Mr. Mac, 906 Main, downtown Boise.
Eyewitness News, weeknights at 5, 6, and 10.
Welcome to Candlestick Park. Rams and 49ers just getting underway. You haven't missed much. 3rd down and 4 for the Rams on their own 18-yard line. First possession. Everett's pass incomplete. Was intended for Robert Del Pino and covered by the linebacker Michael Walter. So it's 4th down, and the Rams will kick it away. 3 downs and out.
I got to believe, though, that the Rams will soon test the 49ers defensive backfield. Ronnie Lott is not dressed today. He's out of the game. Chet Brooks is out of the game. So the 49ers have 2 brand new safeties that will be tested throughout this ball game.
John Taylor is back to receive the punt by Dale Hatcher, who's kicking inside his 5. It's a short kick, and on the run is Taylor. And Taylor is in Ram territory inside the 40-yard line. Anthony Newman makes the stop and a 16-yard return. So here's Joe Montana with a brilliant day. 5 touchdown passes and 428 yards last week against the Eagles. He's got Bubba Paris, Guy McIntyre, Jesse Sapolo, Harris Barton, and Steve Wallace up front. Brent Jones, the tight end. A big shakeup in the offensive line. Roger Craig and Tom Rathman, the backs. Jerry Rice and John Taylor are the wide receivers. And a first down for the 49ers on the Ram 38. Montana with time. Pass is caught by Taylor. It'll be good enough for a first down for the 49ers. Leroy Irvin on the stop, a gain of 10. Doug Reed and Sean Miller. You're looking at what is the Eagle defense for the Rams, which we'll explain. And they go with 5 linebackers. Green, Owens, Strickland, Brown, and Mike Wilcher. Green, the great pass rusher. Jerry Gray and Leroy Irvin are the cornerbacks. Michael Stewart and Vince Newsom are the safeties. Leroy Irvin coming back after a 30-day suspension for drug abuse. They're going to measure to see whether they have the first down, Dan.
The 49ers will be operating now out of the dirt infield here at Candlestick Park, and believe me, that is one of the hardest surfaces I've ever walked on. Before the game, we're down there, and you could almost feel the little cinder track as if it was a running track, but that's the way the San Francisco Giants baseball team wants it. They want the infield hard and fast. It's terrible for a football team.
John McVay, the general manager of the 49ers, said, welcome to the Indy 500. He called it the Brickyard down there before the game.
And he doesn't have to get tackled on it either.
It is a first down for the 49ers on the Ram 28. Here's Roger Craig. And he runs right into Alvin Wright. And now the Rams are using the 34 defense as Wright comes in to join the defensive line.
Roger Craig has had all kinds of trouble the last 2 weeks running behind the 49ers offensive line. First game was an outstanding game. The last 2 weeks, just about 2 yards per carry, and that's not 49er football that we've become accustomed to seeing here.
14 yards last week against the Eagles. Mike Wilson comes in as a 3rd wide receiver. Harry Sidney in the backfield on 2nd and 10. And coming in from behind and getting this sack is Doug Reed. The whistle is blown, so they'll bring it back. But the Rams have the first sack of this game. Loss of 5.
Well, this is sack number 16 against Joe Montana this year. Doug Reed comes in right now, and the 49ers offensive line, if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to find somebody to block him besides Harry Sidney. 33-year-old quarterback landing on that brickyard, as we called it earlier. That's not going to hold up for the 49ers.
Doug Reed gets the sack, goes out of the ball game, and now with 3rd and 15, the Rams will come in with that Eagle defense.
And there's some real concern among the 49er coaches about Montana's health. He bruised his ribs last week against the Eagles, and if he is treated like that this week, we may not see him all day.
Montana will run. It'll be close to first down yardage. He had to get to the 17. Jerry Gray and Anthony Newman combined to make the stop and seal on Montana. And we're going to measure this one as well.
Well, he doesn't run around like a 33-year-old, does he? Unbelievable competitor. He's always had that ability to run the ball, and when he runs north and south. He's not a big scrambler towards the sidelines. He has a real knack for finding what he needs to get the first down. This one's close.
It's within inches, and they're short by inches. And it'll be 4th down coming up.
Watch the Rams do a twist in the middle here. That opens up the pocket. And one thing Joe will do is he'll either be forced out of the pocket to the right side, or he'll step up into the pocket. The Rams left the middle open without any spy in there for Montana, and he picks up about 9.5.
They're going for it on 4th and inches on the Ram 18. Rathman and Craig, and a double tight end alignment. Quarterback sweep. The Rams feel they held. Montana was stopped by Doug Reed. And for the 3rd time, they're going to measure George Seifert. 3-0 and made some big changes this week in the 49er offensive line. It is another Niner first down.
You know, it may be a first down, but watch Montana really get stuck here at the end of this play. He's going to run in behind number 79, Harris Barton, on the right side here, and he has the first down here and then gets bent over backwards. Oh.
Welcome the audience that saw the Green Bay Atlanta game, won by the Packers 23-21. The 49ers are threatening with a first down on the Ram 18. Montana on a rollout overthrows John Taylor. Michael Stewart covering on the play. This is Dick Stockton and Dan Fouts. Each team has had the ball, and the 49ers have started this possession, their first of the game in Ram territory.
49ers got a short punt from Dale Hatcher, and John Taylor put him in excellent field position. And this is where Montana loves to go to Jerry Rice. Rice has a whole bunch of touchdown receptions in his 5-year career, and this is where he's most dangerous.
Joe Montana in his career, 31 touchdown passes against the Rams. Montana's pass for Rathman, and he's knocked out of bounds just outside the 10 by Jerry Gray. That'll bring up 3rd down.
We talked about how the Rams, or how the 49ers like to go to Jerry Rice down here. This is Rathman coming out of the backfield, and the Rams will double cover on Jerry Rice to the right side, and that leaves Rathman wide open. Good read by Montana. You see Jerry Gray dropped off to double on Rice, and Rathman gets close to the first down.
3rd down and 3 on the 11 now. 4 wide receivers line up for the 49ers. Harry Sidney to the 5, down to the 1. 1st and goal, San Francisco. James Washington on the tackle.
The 49ers have an eagle system of their own. This is their 4 wides, and this is what they call their eagle offense. The big part about it is that Harry Sidney becomes the tailback in it. 4 wide receivers and Harry Sidney, and what it does is it spreads the Rams defense out. They've got to get out there and cover the 4 wides, and it leaves the middle wide open.
It's a good alignment to running from when you have 4 wide receivers, and the 9th play of the drive is coming up. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1 for the 49ers.
No, the other one. There's one.
Montana throwing, and he was going for Rice, who was covered by Brett Ferinaire as a linebacker, but the pass was not on the mark. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal, and a penalty marker is down.
This will be illegal offensive pass interference in the end zone against the 49ers. Tried to run a little pick play down there. The 49ers, I think,
pass interference. Number 82 offense. Still first down.
It was John Taylor.
And the 49ers had to be real happy with the coverage against the Jerry Rice that time. The upper left-hand side of the screen here, we're going to see John Taylor come down and interfere here as Rice is covered by Brett Fairness, and there's just no way that this can hold up.
It'll still be first and goal from the 11-yard line now for the 49ers. They have 3 wide receivers. Rathman gets to about the 9. Doug Reed on the stop. Last time these teams met, Reed and the rest of the Rams defeated the 49ers handily, although the Niners had already wrapped up the division title.
And it's interesting what that defeat meant to the 49ers. They were 1 week away from entering the playoffs, and in the recent past, the 49ers had difficulty starting in the playoffs. This loss, or that loss to the Rams at that time, really made the 49ers focus on the playoffs ahead, and a lot of them gave them credit for the fact that they went 3-0 and won the Super Bowl.
Second and goal on the 8. Montana has the pass knocked down, nearly intercepted. Leroy Irvin had it in his hands. Pass was intended for Rathman.
But the key to it was the great pass rush of the Rams. They are not having any problem at all getting to Montana. They're forcing him to move around in that pocket. We talked about that offensive line changes, and Harris Barton moves from right tackle, where he feels that he was just establishing himself as an all-pro type of player, down to right guard. He's the key because he can play any position on the offensive line.
Third and goal on the 8. The 49ers have held the ball a while. Montana's pass is dropped by Jerry Rice, who is wide open at the 5. So already we can see, Dan, that the 49er offense a bit out of sync in their first possession.
Well, they really are. And how many times will you see Jerry Rice drop a ball that's right in his chest? The only defense that I'll give him is that he had some running room after the catch. If he would have made it, it would have been interesting to see if he could have gotten in that end zone.
So Mike Hofer is in to try to put the 49ers ahead. A 26-yard field goal coming up. Hofer is connected on 14 straight field goals. The club record. Holding is Barry Helton. And he extends the record now to 15. The 49ers have taken the lead on a 26-yard field goal. 49ers lead 3-0, and the fellow in the white shirt and the cap is Ronnie Lott, who did not start and is inactive with an ankle injury. In fact, Brooks and Lott, Chet Brooks and Ronnie Lott, the 2 regular safeties, are inactive today, which could be a factor for Jim Everett and the Rams. As Mike Cofer gets set to kick off deep, Ron Brown on the left and Robert Del Pino on the right. Gopher's 26-yard field goal has put the Niners in front 3-0 here in the first quarter. Another short kick by Cofer. And this is Ron Brown. And the former Olympic sprinter spins his way out to the 45-yard line. 32-yard gain, and the tackle is made by the kicker, Mike Cofer. The scoring drive, 12 plays, took over 4.5 minutes, and the 49ers lead 3-0. Now let's see what Jim Everett does with his second chance for John Robinson.
Oh, you know, we talked about Ronnie Lott being on the sideline. That is amazing that he's not playing. He's the type of guy that will play regardless of injury. This must be a very severe injury for him not to be in there.
Everett on first down, going for Henry Ellard, and the pass is caught. A fine catch by Ellard. Darryl Pollard makes the stop, a 14-yard pickup and a first down for the Rams.
This is something we're going to see all day long. A great matchup between 2 great wide receivers. Henry Ellard, number 80, working against Darryl Pollard. The Rams like this matchup. Last year in the second game of the year, when Ellard caught 6 passes, he caught 1 touchdown off of Pollard. Awful nice coverage by Darryl Pollard, but a great throw by Everett. Nice catch.
And that's the man they're going to be going at. At the 41 of the 49ers, Greg Bell gets a yard straight ahead. Michael Carter on the stop for San Francisco.
Greg Bell is a key for the Rams on the running game because he makes the entire system go. When that offensive line is moving and mauling people up front, trying to create seams, we'll see Bell get in behind him and then cut back. That's where he likes to make most of his yardage.
It'll be 2nd down and 9. The 49ers bring in Tom Homo, a veteran who has been signed this week after being released a few weeks ago. 2nd down and 9. Out on the sidelines, Del Pino diving for the first down and appears to have it. Pollard again on the tackle.
One thing we're seeing with both teams is they're wanting to go with the 3 wide receivers, stretching out the defenses, really putting pressure on the secondaries. The 49ers secondary is banged up. We got Johnny Jackson and Jeff Fuller in there. The Rams secondary, we have a new cornerback. Leroy Irvin's back from suspension. So we're going to see the ball in the air a lot today.
I don't think Everett or Montana mind that. First down on the 30 of the Niners. Buford McGee in motion. Here's Bell. Gets to the 29. Gain of 1. Michael Carter again on the stop for Greg Bell.
Greg Bell had that big day against Green Bay last week, especially in the second half. He was really the guy that was responsible for the Rams winning that game when it looked like they were going to blow that huge lead.
He's the man who's replaced Eric Dickerson in the backfield, and with that great offensive line, chalked up some impressive numbers. And on the reverse, Henry Ellard. And he's brought down at the 25 as the 49er defense played it well. Johnny Jackson, the rookie strong safety, found Ellard.
Okay, let's take a look at this from the end zone. The Rams are going to fake the ball to Bell in here. They're trying to run at this side of the line, give them the impression that that's where they're going, and then they'll sneak Ellard back on the reverse. When you play against a team twice a year, reverses are very important because it breaks tendencies. Rams didn't get as much out of that as they might have liked, but now the backside pursuit will have to stay home with a fear that they might try another reverse later on.
3rd down and 5, and Jim Everett will call a timeout. He was 3 for 3 on this drive. And we'll go to the sidelines as the Rams use their first timeout of this first half. 5:04 remaining in the first quarter. Out Candlestick Park from the Goodyear blimp, Columbia. And Charles Russell is the pilot, giving us those outstanding view of the pictures today here at Candlestick Park. 49ers having gone on the road for the first 3 games of the season and winning, and now playing at home for the first time.
They missed the entire month of September here. Beautiful day, though, to welcome them back.
Great month. 3rd down and 5. Pete Holohan is the H-back. Everett has Buford McGee, and he's going to be stopped short of first down yardage. Strong tackling, Jeff Fuller, with help from Michael Walter. And that will bring up a 4th down for the Rams.
I think if you look in the dictionary and you look up the word hitting, you might see the picture of Jeff Fuller, number 49 here. A little pick play to the outside left side. Buford McGee is trying to get underneath here, but Fuller and Walter come up, and there's just no way Buford McGee could pick up that first down.
Mike Lansford, the barefooted kicker, will try a 40-yard attempt. He's 4 for 5 so far this season. And the kick just makes it over the crossbar. Mike Lansford has tied the game with a 40-yard field goal, and the Rams and the 49ers are all even now at 3-3 with just under 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
In the fourth quarter with 4 touchdowns. That's a career for most quarterbacks in this league.
Barry Sidney is the lone back. They wanted Craig to get off today, but the 3 wide receivers, Sidney back there 1st and 10. They'll have a penalty marker down. Montana pass to Jerry Rice is caught. It looked as if Kevin Green might have jumped off sides. If that's the case, the Niners will have a first down, but let's wait and see. And it appears the Niners were guilty. No, and now it's the Rams. It was Green.
Offside, number 91 defense. Penalty decline. First down.
Looks like Jerry Seaman, our referee today, has been wearing his, he's got a nice crease in that hat on that bill there. You don't think he folds it up and puts it in his back pocket when the game's over?
I want to see what he does when he has to put it in his bag when he goes home. First down, an 18-yard pickup. Penalty decline, Rice with the catch. First down on the 32. Montana steps up and hits Rice again. Out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Irvin was the defender, and another 18-yard pickup.
One of the big questions is what type of shape is Leroy Irvin in, number 47 here. He is going to be seeing this a lot today. The 49ers are going to test his conditioning. There he slips down, and Rice is wide open, and Montana throws a perfect pass. But that's something to keep an eye on all day long, is how Irvin does against Rice.
Candlestick Park in San Francisco for the battle of two of the four unbeaten teams in the NFC, the Rams and 49ers. 3-3 the score, and on the screen, here is Rathman on the receiving end, and a good gain, close to first down for the Niners. Fred Strickland made the stop on Rathman into Ram territory at the 41.
One thing that Rathman has given the 49ers this year is an outstanding receiver out of the backfield to go along with Roger Craig. Here's the pass protection. Harris Barton working on Doug Reed, and that's a nice job by Barton. We talked about him being the key to that offensive line, but you also have Steve Wallace moving into his old spot at right tackle, and Guy McIntyre now moves to the left side, the left guard. So there's a lot of changes in there, and that's not going to be easy for Montana.
Second down and 1 now. On the counter, Rathman has the first down onto the hard stuff of the skin portion of the infield to the 32. Michael Stewart on the tackle, and of course the skin portion is because the San Francisco Giants are still playing baseball. A week from today, they'll be hosting the Chicago Cubs in the National League Championship Series.
And the talk here in San Francisco is how nice would it be if they could play the A's in the World Series and have all the action here in the Bay Area.
That's why they call it baseball in a way. Those two teams have been dominant. First down, San Francisco. Montana has Sidney, who's open. They get the tight end Brent Jones inside the 25. Getting close to another first down. Mike Wilcher made the stop on Brent Jones.
Brent Jones is a tight end on the left side here. He's going to just come down and hook, and he is not Montana's first option. Montana's looking over here, he's looking here, and then finally he comes to Jones. And the pass protection is excellent.
And it is a first down for San Francisco. And you pointed out all of the changes on the offensive line, Dan. The fact is that the 5 people out there now are the same 5 who started against the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Well, they've all been starters. They have that experience. They may be in new positions, but they have played in this league before.
Craig tries to get ahead of steam and goes nowhere. Doug Reed snuffed him.
Rams present a lot of problems for any football team because of this Eagle defense. Here they only have 2 defensive linemen down here and a whole bunch of linebackers. Very difficult for the offensive line to figure out who to block. And sometimes they just don't block anybody.
Fritz Shurmur, the defensive coordinator of the Rams, and last week they were under siege with the Green Bay Packer bombs in the second half. 2nd and 8, swing pass. Terrence Flagler. They wrap him up at the 21-yard line. Michael Stewart, the strong safety, again on the stop.
Flagler's one of those guys that has been very vocal about his lack of playing time. One thing we've seen already in this ballgame, we've seen Harry Sidney in the backfield carrying the ball. Now Flagler gets his shot. Rathman's carried the ball, and Craig has. So George Seifert is trying to take care of these egos out here, deal the ball around a little bit.
And of course, if people wonder if he's too nice a guy, just remember he suspended Jeff Riegel, the offensive lineman, this week. Made some big changes. On 3rd and 8, Montana has Sidney shy of a first down, just inside the 15-yard line, and Mike Wilcher and Anthony Newman brought down Harry Sidney.
That's a good defensive call by Fritz Shurmur. He went to a zone defense, only rushed 3 people, let Montana sit back there and find somebody. but he came up a little bit short on the option route to Sidney. You notice how he caught the ball. He knew he was short of the first down. He tried to back up and make it that way.
It'll be 4th and 1 for San Francisco with just about a half a minute remaining in the first quarter.
They won't try a quarterback sneak here, I guarantee it.
4 wide receivers. And quickly, Kevin Green yells he wants a timeout. So he didn't like what the 49er alignment was.
I think what bothered him even more than the 49er alignment was that they were short a couple of people out there.
That'll make you call a timeout in a hurry. And that is the second timeout called by the Rams in this first half.
The Rams want to rush Montana with 3 guys. This is Kevin Green, and this is Sean Miller. But this guy right here, there's nobody there. That's supposed to be Bill Hawkins. And that's why Green comes over. He notices he's gone. He called the timeout. 10 men on the field for the Rams. That's no way to stop anybody.
It's 4th and 1, and now the 49ers decide that they're going to send their kicker on, Mike Cofer, in a 3-3 game, and presumably to try a field goal to break the tie. We have 23 seconds left in the first quarter.
49ers have had trouble running the ball the last 3 games, and this is a good indication that they don't have a lot of confidence in it.
31-yard field goal is good by Mike Cofer, and the 49ers take the lead. 6-3 the score. San Francisco leading with 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Well, it has been a turbulent week, Dan, for George Seifert in his first year as head coach. First thing he had to do was suspend Jeff Riegel, the starting guard, because he missed 3 straight practices. Then he had a lot of shuffling, and it was a turbulent week, and he's just trying to settle things down out here.
Well, and the media out here in San Francisco are so used to looking at that head coach, whether it was Bill Walsh or now it's George Seifert. They're trying to figure out what type of guy George Seifert is. Now, he's been labeled a player's coach. Well, oftentimes people think, well, that must mean he's too nice to the players. Walsh was a disciplinarian. He kept his distance, very aloof. With Seifert, he's been more of a hands-on type of guy. So this was a test for him. The media wanted to see how he would handle the Briegel situation. I've known George Seifert for 20 years, and I have never heard him be described by any ball player as being too nice. He's a very tough guy. You can see him right there. He's very into this ball game, and suspending Briegel was not a difficult thing for him to do. He says, we're going to handle it, and you don't come to practice, that's it.
Giants and Cowboys are tied 3-3 as we bring you up to date on scores of late action this afternoon. Michael Cofer will be kicking off. Ron Brown and Robert Del Pino. Brown is on the right, ready to receive for the Rams. Brown at the 10. He's had a couple of nifty returns so far today and threatened to really break one on one occasion. Steve Hendrickson brings him down at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Rams will begin their offensive drive. 49ers with a Cofer field goal chewed up 4.5 minutes. So on both of their field goal scoring drives, they have eaten up 4.5 minutes each time.
And we only have 8 seconds to go in the first quarter.
San Francisco, penalty decline, first down.
But what we saw Montana do on that drive is he tested Leroy Irvin with Jerry Rice on 2 completions. The Rams secondary has had a tough time of it so far this year. Big second half for Green Bay last week.
But they won, and they won the close one. First down on the 31. Damone Johnson in motion. Play fake and a good one by Everett. And Ellard, the intended receiver, and it's broken up by Don Griffin.
We got Henry Ellard here. He's going to come down and run the crossing pattern against Griffin. Play action pass by Everett, and he throws this ball behind Griffin. Watch Griffin close here, keeps his left hand away from the interference call there, and just times it perfectly, knocking the ball away with his right hand.
Meanwhile, Cleveland Gary, the first-round draft pick, is in the game and carries on his first NFL appearance. And Gary brings it out to the 36-yard line as the quarter ends. That is the end of the first quarter here at Candlestick Park with the score, the 49ers 6 and the Rams 3. Fog out there, but nonetheless a gorgeous day as the 49ers and the Rams battle for first place in the NFC West. Dick Stockton and Dan Fouts as we start the second quarter. Rams have a 3rd down and 5 on their 36-yard line. Greg Bell back in there. Everett up the middle, and the catch made by Pete Holohan, and that'll be a first down for L.A. close to the 45-yard line. Johnny Jackson and Jeff Fuller made the stop on Holohan.
Now, this is Pete Holohan's favorite pass pattern. He's in motion here. He's going to come down and in. The tight end, Damone Johnson's going to clear out, and Everett's going to pick the guy that's open.